Hey, how's it going? Sorry this video took a while. Right now it is 2:30 on Saturday, April 16th, 2022. And last night I was at Walmart just minding my own business in the ice cream section. And I took my phone and I checked my notifications. So I saw this person comment on my last video. This person, Xryxix, that can't be your name, right? That's not his name. That can't be a name. But this person, I'll just say X, I guess. X commented, heard about you from Pearl Swirl and checking your videos out. And me, being the absolute genius that I am, I literally read this YouTube comment on my YouTube video from a YouTuber, and I thought to myself, where should I search what Pearl Swirl means? So I immediately went to Google, typed in Pearl Swirl, and then this popped up, and I was like, okay, if I have more than 5 brain cells, what would I do right now? I'll try searching on YouTube. So I typed in Pearl Swirl on YouTube. Lo and behold, I finally made it. I literally texted my girlfriend, babe, I made it. Start looking for mansions in the Hollywood Hills because we're going. This YouTuber Pearl Swirl reacted to me. She reacted to my video that said why I'm done watching Ethan Klein. And I just want to say thank you so much, Pearl, for the shout out. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you deemed it acceptable to promote and to watch. I really appreciate it so much. The video was so funny. I literally didn't finish shopping at Walmart. I just walked back to my car and started watching the video in my car. And I was laughing so hard. And I'm glad people agree. You know what I mean? I'm glad people agree with me. Ethan is just too much now. Like, I'm done with that. It's crazy being a fan for someone for so long. And then, like, they change. And I feel like I'm changing and, like, I'm growing and improving. But they're kind of saying the same. And it's like, it's just weird. You know what I mean? But anyways, I just wanted to respond to a couple things and just sort of explain myself. If you're here from Pearl's video and from Pearl's channel, welcome. My name is Connor. And a big part of the reason I started making videos is obviously I want to be a YouTuber and get my, my thoughts out there and react to things, blah, blah, blah. But a big part of the reason I started making these videos is so I can improve my communication. Not just my enunciation and not talking too quickly and not sounding monotone, which, by the way, my video that you covered, Pearl, dude, that was so boring. I was so monotone. I was watching that, I was like, oh my God, that's from 2 weeks. That's what I sounded like 2 weeks ago. I was like, and this is why I'm going to be unsubscribing to all of the channels. And I was like, bro, can you speed it up, please? And then she did speed it up towards the end. I was like, thank you. But I'm trying to, not just that stuff, but also the words I use and how I structure sentences in general, right? Just basic talking. Just basic talking. I'm trying to work on basic talking because for whatever reason that does not come naturally to me at all. So I'm trying to improve myself. I think like if I watch myself in videos and watch it back, that'll help me figure out what I need to do differently. And I realize I sound like an alien right now or like a freaking serial killer. Like, okay, and now this is when you smile. But really, I'm just super awkward and like socially unaware, and I say random stuff all the time. And I have wicked bad ADHD, so I'm never present. I'm not present when I'm speaking. So I think like while I'm recording, I can try and practice being present while I'm speaking. And that's a big part of why I made this channel. And so I think it's so funny that like the whole point of doing this was to improve my talking skills. And then Pearl noticed all these extremely weird things I did that I didn't even notice. Well, I noticed one of them, but the other ones, dude, I was laughing so hard. First of all, Pearl's reactions were hilarious, but also because I was laughing so hard, I was like, oh my God, I was trying to avoid this. This is why I started making videos in the first place. Like when she thought I said free black people, and I was like, no, 3, like Will and Chris and Jada, like 3, the number 3. I was like, dude, Connor, enunciate 3. I will never say the word 3 wrong again, ever. And then she thought I was like being serious about not trusting therapists. This is the one I already knew about. I was making fun of guys who don't trust therapy by saying like, I think all guys should go in therapy, but not me. And I thought it'd be funny, like to be like make it like a sarcastic joke, like making fun of a guy who's unself-aware. But then I watched it back and I delivered it completely straight, no smile, no punchline, no nothing. I was literally like, all these other guys, they need to go to therapy, but not me. So anyways, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, Connor, you need to smile when you say a joke. Like, that's what jokes are. They're supposed to be funny. Just smile at the end at least. But then, dude, the worst one was like, oh my God. The worst one was when she thought that when she was making fun of me for saying how I'm like acting like I know Ethan or like Ethan knows me. And how I was saying like, it's just not someone I want in my life anymore. Unsubscribe. Dude, I was dying in my car laughing. That just sounds weird, Connor. You sound creepy when you say that. Like, I realized it sounded like I thought we were like dating, and I'm like, Ethan, we're done. But that's not what it was like at all. Like, I just mean I'm not a fan anymore. That's all I meant. So that was really funny. And the next thing I wanted to say is, oh yeah, I'm not that young. Dude, I'm 28. I don't think 28's that young, right? I mean, is it? I don't think it is. I feel like we value... Oh, by the way, the reason I'm making this video now, like the whole entire next day, a whole day later, is because I got distracted last night. I was watching the video, like the video she made, and then I was watching her other videos, and then I was just on YouTube until like 5 a.m. because I have wicked bad ADHD. Dude, I want to say right now, my ADHD is so bad. And I mean, like, it's like really bad. Like, I don't feel it because it just feels normal to me. It's just my life, you know? But there's things that happen where I'm like, oh, this happened because this is because I have ADHD. That's why this happened. The best example is when I was in college, I literally forgot I was in a class and failed the class. I'm not kidding. I'm literally not making that up. The worst part is it was the easiest class at UNH. And like everyone knew it too. Everyone knew like if your GPA is lacking, you know, which mine was, then you take germs, which is the easiest class. It's an easy 4 credits. And the teacher knew it too. I remember like I went to the first like 3 or 4 lectures, and I remember the teacher saying, you know, if you're just here because this is the easiest class, then that's fine. There's only gonna be, it was like 1 quiz and then the final, right? I thought to myself, you know what? Fuck it, one quiz, I can miss that. See you in 3 months, lady. I'll be here at the final. And so of course I stopped going to class and then completely forgot I was in the class at all. And then at the end of the semester, my friend called me. He was like, "Hey, where were you today?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "Why weren't you at the final, the germs final?" And I was like, F, failed the class, F. And it brought my GPA down a lot. So when I say I have ADHD, like, my Adderall had long worn off by then. It was like 9 p.m. When I saw this video, when I saw Pearl's video. And then I went to the gym. I got home at like 1. And then I was like, okay, I'll make the script. It'll be fine. I'll just make quick script, quick record the video, go to bed. And then next thing I know, it's 5 a.m. My girlfriend's on the sleep snoring. She's watching YouTube videos. She's watching the mansion videos because I was like, all right, we got to pick a mansion now. And I'm like, all right, it's time for bed. I'll finish this in the morning. Anyway, so that's why it took a little bit of time. But dude, I feel like 28 isn't that old, or isn't that young, I mean. And she was saying like, you're so young, so young. I'm not offended or anything. I just thought it was funny because like I feel old, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, I feel like we value. I literally caught myself thinking this the other day. I was like, I think we value youth too much in this society. And of course, I'm biased now. You know, now that I'm a senior citizen living in a retirement home, I'm like thinking to myself, you know, young people aren't all that. You know, I have value too. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to. I just thought that was funny that she like thought I seemed so young. And the last thing I want to say, and this is the most important one, is that I came across as not really understanding racism at all. In my original video, when I said, you know, when I think of racism, I think of Trump and Fox News. And then Pearl stopped the video and she, you know, said that's not what it is at all. And first of all, I just want to say thank you for calling me out. Not for calling me out, but like for stopping and just saying that and explaining it. And second of all, I didn't mean to come across like, you know, I think I understand racism 100%, because I know I don't. And I know that I have so much more to learn, and I want to learn, and I want to listen to people. My girlfriend tells me all the time, you know, people think you're white, because I'm half Colombian and I'm half white. So I think I have brown skin, and trust me, the police do too, by the way. I get pulled over every single time I go somewhere. I've been pulled over like 100 times. I'm not even exaggerating, like literally 100 times, for no reason. You know, they put weed in my car and all that shit. But my girlfriend reminds me that I'm white passing. And so in situations other than with the police, I have to keep that in mind and just always be aware that I have benefited a lot from white privilege. And so I don't mean to come across like I don't need to listen, I don't need to learn, because I do, obviously. And so I want to explain that this is a huge part of what I meant earlier, right? I can't communicate. I'm trying to improve that because when I say out loud, you know, racism is Trump and Fox News, in my head, I know that's not what it is. So why did I say that? You know what I mean? It's all the millions of things like built into society and our culture that make life unfair and harder for black and brown people. It's all the laws and the hurdles that keep families from, you know, building up generational wealth, and they make it harder to catch up, harder to get an education, get a higher paying job. And, you know, it's the state using the police to, you know, inflict violence upon black men and put them in jail, which tears families apart. It's all these things, you know, that compound to make life harder for black and brown people, you know, people with darker skin. And it's also all the subconscious biases that lighter skinned people have, that they're totally unaware of. And oftentimes it's the people who think that they mean well or believe they aren't racist who end up doing the most damage. And I'm from the Northeast. I grew up in New Hampshire, and I lived in Louisiana for a year. And I remember being so taken aback by all the openly racist aspects of life down there, like, you know, the statues of slave owners and freaking Civil War heroes. And I met a lot of black people who told me, I'd rather live here, where everything's out in the open, than where you come from, where the people are just as racist, if not more, but they pretend not to be. And I remember thinking, that kind of makes sense. And I'm not saying that's what all black people think. I'm just saying that as example, a huge part of racism in this country is the people who, like Ethan, who think that they aren't racist, they believe they're not, but they're doing just as much damage because they're completely unaware of it. So I have all that in my head, and what comes out of my mouth, right? Racism is Trump and Fox News. So you might be thinking, Connor, I see what you mean now. You do need to work on that, on the whole communicating and talking thing. The whole basic talking thing. There's definitely room for improvement. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching this video and the other video. And thank you so much, Pearl, for reacting to it and playing it. That was so exciting. It was so cool. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you. And I hope you liked the video. If you like it, then feel free to like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell. And I guess we'll wait for YouTube to make a 5th thing we all start doing. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.